Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to show you how to create this really easy soft peach spring eyeshadow look using the Colourpop Garden Variety palette. So first of all I will swatch all of the beautiful shades in this palette and then I will show you how to create this really easy look. So there is a bit of a closer look of all of the shades before I go ahead and swatch them. I mean, how gorgeous does this palette look? Absolutely perfect colour story, I think, for spring. Some really lovely peachy tones, some lovely soft pinks, some lovely neutrals, which are just perfect for all year round. But I'll go ahead and get this row swatched first, and then I will do the other ones for you as well. So there is the top row of shades, and what a really pretty pastel-y spring colour story is that. So starting at the top here is shade Deserted, then we've got shade Herbivore, which has got a really lovely glittery shift in it actually. We've got a couple of shimmers. So first of all we've got shade Synergy, we've then got Wavelength, which is a really gorgeous gold, and finally just there a lovely kind of corally peachy matte shade that is shade Prickly Please. And there is the second row of shades, so very shimmer heavy on this row of shades, which I definitely don't mind because they are all absolutely stunning. So starting at the top is shade Third Eye. Second down we've got that really lovely light green shimmer that is shade Best Buds. Then in the middle there, that really gorgeous kind of darker purple shimmer is shade Smudge Off. And then second to last is another really bright, gorgeous shimmer that is shade Don't Leaf. And right at the bottom there is a really gorgeous kind of peach matte shade with that glitter shift in again. That is shade Over the Bloom. So yeah, definitely getting really good garden spring-like vibes from this row of shades as well. And then that's the final row of shades all swatched. So definitely the more earthy shades in this palette are in the last row. So starting at the top is a really nice brown matte shade. That is shade Stay Sharp. Underneath that is another really gorgeous shade with a really beautiful silver glitter shift in it. That is shade Sucker For You. In the middle there, we've got a really gorgeous purple matte shade. That is shade Stuck On You. Underneath that, we have got another really buttery soft shimmer. That is shade Clay Day. And lastly at the bottom is a really dark brown matte shade, and that is shade Root 'Em Up. So that is all 15 shades in this palette swatched, and I think you'll agree they are all absolutely gorgeous. I will go ahead now and show you how to create this really easy soft peachy spring-like eyeshadow look just using this Garden Variety palette. So this is of course the Garden Variety palette again, and there are all of the really pretty shades. So I'm going to be starting off this look by laying down a base of shade Deserted. So this is quite a nice ivory matte shade, just perfect shade for the base of any look. And I'm just going to pop this all over my eyelid and pretty much all the way up to my brow. I think the shade just applies really lovely, and it's just a really nice base to start off this spring look. Now I've got shade Deserted down on both eyes, I'm going in with my next shade, which is shade Prickly Please, which is this really lovely pinky nude shade. We would have seen it swatched anyway, but just thought it was a really lovely shade just to complement shade Deserted. And for that I'm just focusing on the outer part of my eye just to slightly, I say, deepen up the edges. It's still a very soft spring-like shade. Get another matte shade that just lays down really beautifully. It's a very pigmented shade despite the fact it is quite light and quite soft. So just bringing that up onto my brow bone as well, and I'm really happy with the placement of that, so I'm going to go ahead and get my other eye done. Now I've got that down on both eyes, I'm going to go in with the third shade. So the next shade I'm going to be using is shade Over the Bloom, which is another really gorgeous shade. It's got a really lovely shimmery shift that you can see just there, and for that I'm just going to be focusing on my crease, but more towards the outer part of my eye, just to complement shade Prickly Please really nicely. So just popping this into my crease and onto my lid just to add a little bit more depth to the outer part of my eyeshadow look. Again, this is a really lovely peach toned shade, and I think just complements the other shades really, really beautifully. It has got that ever so slight sparkly shift once it's laid down on the eye, which I think is going to go really beautifully with the shimmers that I'll be applying in a moment. Now I've got that down on both of my outer eyes, I'm going to be going in with my first shimmer shade. So back to the palette, and the shade I'm going to be using is shade Don't Leaf. So I'm going to start off applying that with a brush, and then I'll probably end up going in with my finger just to get that real pop of shimmer that I really want from this shade. There is just a really gorgeous orangey tone in this shimmer that I absolutely love. Like I find with all of Colourpop's shimmers, it's just stunning. It just applies really beautifully. It's so soft and buttery in the pan. I do normally start off with the brush just to get a bit of placement, and then I'll go in now with my finger. So I want to save some space on the very, very inner corner of my eye for another shimmer. So focusing this one just really on the centre part of my eyelid, but I hope you can see just how gorgeous a shade that is, and I think just absolutely perfect again for a really nice soft spring-like eyeshadow look. And I've got that down on both eyes now, and then lastly just on my top lid it's time to go with the last shimmer shade, and it is this shade here, shade Wavelength, which is a much more golden toned shimmer. And for that one I'm just going straight in and applying that with my finger. Absolutely gorgeous, as I'm sure you would have seen from the swatches. So just right on the inner part of my eye, just bringing that up towards the brow bone, and of course into shade Don't Leaf, like so. So absolutely gorgeous. And I'll just do my other eye, and there is shade Wavelength done on both eyes. So just a really gorgeous shift between the two shimmers and then the peachy shades on the outer corner of the look. So lastly, just eyeshadow wise, it's just time to do my under eye, and I'm going back in with shade Over the Bloom first of all, just on the very outer part, and then I'm going to be doing a little mixture of Prickly Please and Deserted just on the inner parts of the eye look. So this is Over the Bloom just on the outer part, just to keep obviously the outer part of this look a bit darker than the inner part. Just blending seamlessly with where you've already got this shade on the eyelid. Now I'm going in with shade Prickly Please just on the inner part of my under eye. And then just blending a slight bit of Deserted into it just to lighten it up even more. And there is all of the eyeshadow done, and just to finish my eyes off I'm going to be using a nude eyeliner pencil. This one here is just from Primark, and then mascara wise I'm using my Maybelline Sky High mascara. This is just a black mascara. And then last but not least, for my lips I'm using this Colourpop Luxe lip oil, and this is in the shade First Date, and I just thought this shade would really complement the eyeshadow really beautifully. They're both quite soft neutral peachy shades, and I just thought that it would look great. There is the finished completed look. So I will just give you a close-up of the eyeshadow so you can see that in a bit more detail. And I think this is just a really lovely soft spring-like eyeshadow look. This is absolutely perfect for this time of year. It's really easy to create. I think even if you don't have the Colourpop Garden Variety palette, you can absolutely just reach for some peachy soft shades that you have in any palettes that you do own. So do let me know what you thought of the look, or if you've got any go-to favourite springtime palettes or makeup looks, then definitely let me know. But thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give the video a big thumbs up, leave me a comment, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you again in my next video.